Hey,
Oh,
what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man?
Not much. I just, I got a little bit of the information about like your situation that happened yesterday, and
Yeah.
man, I got through like the first half of the video. It sounded pretty fucking crazy to me, and I had some
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
I think the first question is why the fuck would you play some Chinese knockoff of WoW?
Okay. So I mean, let's be real. Us
Yeah,
MMO fans, we're hungry, man. We're looking
yeah,
for
that's a
anything we
fact.
can get our hands on.
Yeah,
So the thing with Tarisland is, of course, I play very similar games, like cross-play games,
yeah, no
normal
doubt.
MMOs. And what I look for in an MMO these days, I just want to do some raiding, man. I just want to
Hmm.
raid and have a free-to-play friendly game,
Uh-huh.
and that is really hard to find.
Well, you said
So
free to
this,
play friendly game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but about 6 months ago, you made a video about how they made
yeah,
Tarisland pay to win.
yeah, which is
You
pretty
did,
funny
yeah.
because yeah, after that video, they
Hmm.
actually turned back a lot of the stuff, surprisingly. So they removed because back then, of course, the problem I had with Tarzan is that of course they lied a bunch to me. You
Yeah.
probably saw it in the videos,
Well, how did
and
they? Can you give me an example of them explicitly lying to you?
yeah. So I mean, the main lie is it's in the video too. Probably didn't get to that part.
Uh
Was
huh.
when I was asking them for like the pay to win things, right? When I was asking them, you probably saw it in the last video too. I
Sure.
asked them specifically about can you buy gold with crystals or with money or whatever, and they said no. This would be that the game is pay to win. So I was like, okay, if they
It
are
would be.
saying this specifically to me from a dev account, there's no way they would like suddenly go back on their word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my main issue with them started coming from like these small lies that started to just become more and more because there was a competition that they held during the beta. This was like a first kill beta. They were like, "Hey, Speed, we want you to check out, invite your guild, try to get the first kill. The
Sure.
person that wins it will get cool titles. They will get an interview with the devs, all that stuff." And I was like, "Oh, that's dope. We'll participate. We'll do this stuff." And guess what? That never happened.
So
So
you
it's
never
just
got the
like,
interview with the devs.
no, never got the
Why
interview. And the
do you
worst part
think
is,
that's because you've been critical about the game?
no, because that is the interesting part. Is this all started before the pay to win video? So all the stuff that is shown in the video, like them making fun of about the mount situation, them making
Yeah.
assumption that I'm selling the keys, all this stuff was before any pay to win videos, before I made any single negative videos. Even the competition about like the beta thing,
Yeah.
it was on the first beta. That was even before this, and they like constantly like messaged me and said, "Yeah, we're gonna do the interview soon. We're gonna do this soon." I was like,
Right.
"Okay, when is soon? Like, when is this happening?"
Sure.
And also the issue that I had with the mount thing is not that I asked for something, right? Even if she said that the Lauren is, by the way, female, so I would refer
So
to her as
so
she.
who is Lorne?
Okay, so Lauren, when I first came in contact with them, she said that she was dev or basically dev in the dev team, and later I found out she's basically the one working with the dev team to communicate
So she's a
with
community
us.
manager.
Yeah,
Is she
basically
employed by the company that makes the game?
Yes, yes. Her, and Jaya is employed, and I know that the developers have access to the accounts, but
Okay.
they are the ones that actually talk on the accounts. But both of them are like shared. So basically, this game is being developed by, the developers are Locojoy, but their main backers are Tencent. So Tencent basically liked the idea. I was like, yeah, this is dope. We'll give you money. We'll give you some devs. But the main
I could have
company is
expected
basically
that.
Locojoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's, I think Jaya is originally Locojoy, while
Hmm.
Lorne is Tencent. I can't be wrong about this, but
Yeah, it's
this
hard to say.
is basically the info I got. And my issue with that was that I never asked them for anything. Like when I was working with them and all that stuff, I never once asked, "Hey, I want this, I want that." Nothing. They asked me, and then they used what I said and went around saying that I have been asking for stuff. So that was like my main issue with that, right? If they went around, if they even said like, "Hey, we asked Spid," and then he said he wanted this, I would kind of understand it, even though I
Sure,
don't like
because
them
that's what
talking about it.
happened. Even though they're
Exactly.
framing it as if you being greedy. And did you ask for anything? So, like, obviously, basically to catch everybody up on what happened, is that this person, Lorne, who's a community manager for Tarisland, was talking to Spid, who I'm talking to here, and you basically were they misconstrued and said that you were asking for them to add a mount into the game that's named after you, and you were selling closed beta test keys, and the only reason they work with you is because you provide footage and coverage for free. Is that correct?
Yes, so that is absolutely correct. And I can even like, I don't want to share it with like the stream, but I can share it in confidence with you. Like,
Sure.
I don't care. Like, I can share all the DMs. I can share everything. Like, there's been like a lot of like shady stuff from them and a lot of lies. Like, I can give you an example. Like, after the interview never happened, right? They said to me, or Lauren, she messaged me. She was like, "Yo, you know what? Since you guys beat the raid, we'll give those 10 of you a reward for getting into the next beta. So we'll whitelist you."
Sure.
And I was like, "Oh," and this was like we didn't speak for a while after that conflict, and then I get this message from Lauren, and I was like, "Okay, this is cool. You know, maybe they're trying to like redeem or build and fix this relationship." So I was like, "You know, that's sick." And then says, "This is a reward for you winning that beta thing." So I was like, "Okay, awesome." But then I find out that she's giving away 50 key or whitelists to all the other communities and guilds, but we are only getting 10 for winning the competition. So I was like, why do you have to like lie to me and or say like, hey, we're getting this for winning the competition when you're giving away 50 whitelists to other guilds?
So everybody's getting whitelisted, but they tried to act like they were rewarding you for winning the competition. Yeah. Is that right?
Yep.
And I actually heard,
exactly.
I heard from somebody else. I was curious if this is true. Are they shadow banning people in your guild inside of the game? Can you explain that?
Okay, it's not inside the game because the game is actually launching on the 21st. So it's not fully launched. It's had a bunch of betas, but they're banning everybody inside the Discord. So the Discord right now is, I mean, you probably know or heard about how Discord moderators are.
I do, yes.
Say too much about that. But right now, so what is going on in Discord is they're banning everybody or muting everybody that's supporting me or supporting what's happening or like talking against them in any type of way. And the Discord mods are going around saying in the chats, there's a Portuguese mod I can show you the screenshots too. He's going around saying, everybody, mass report Spid on YouTube. If he gets 3 strikes, his channel gets deleted. So
wait, hold up. So there's a moderator. So this is a moderator of the Discord.
Yes. So
I want to. Do you have a screenshot of that?
Yes, I have a screenshot.
Can I show it?
Let me. Yeah, you can show it.
Okay.
It's in Portuguese though, but there's probably the Portuguese in the chat. I can translate for you. But let me see. Right.
Because like that's fucking crazy.
That is crazy. I don't like that at all. Like it's pretty ridiculous that this is happening. So this is a screenshot right here.
Okay.
And this was sent to me from a guy that's in. This is in the main Discord, but in the Portuguese channel. And this was sent to me by a fan in the Portuguese, and he translated everything. He sent me a lot of other screenshots too. But he was like, "Yo, they're doing this. Like, you should be wary of this. That they're going around like." Trying to take this down.
I mean, I don't speak Portuguese, but it certainly seems like, 3 strikes, O canal, Kai, GG. Yeah, I think I can guess what that means.
Yeah, also you should be careful like showing their pictures and names because your video might get taken down, you know? So.
Well, if it was in a public channel, then they can't really take it down, right? I mean, that's it. If it's stated publicly.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like I did the same thing, and I actually talked like I made a complaint to YouTube that what you guys did is wrong, and they said to me, "No, we got several reports, and we're sticking with this decision." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "That is crazy!" Like, but this is happening, and then there's other Discord mods like saying other stuff like I'm kicking my guild members if they don't go and spam the Discord and stuff, like they're making some crazy assumptions, and then everybody's asking for proof, and they're like, "No, we're not gonna give you proof." So this guy Spit, he's doing all this stuff, and what he's saying to Lorne in the DMs is all false, but we're not gonna provide any proof. You just have to listen to our word, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing, the situation is like kind of out of hand right now, and the worst part about this whole thing, right, was when I made that pay to win video.
Right.
After that. The admins, Jay and Lauren, they completely ghosted me about anything.
Really?
Yeah, so I didn't get no messages ever, and even I tried to like reach out to them, but nothing. They just like completely were like, "Yo, this guy made this video, pay to win video, like F him. We're never gonna communicate or talk with him ever again.
Right.
So the only way for me to communicate with them in any type of way, and the funny thing is, I made a bunch of suggestion videos about how they can improve the game. They've actually taken most of the suggestions that I put and put them into the game.
Yeah.
But they're not taking them directly from me. They're taking them from my videos or from me trying to communicate through a different mod. So it's like the whole thing it's super weird. And I was like, I don't want to make this video because I knew that if I make this video about what had happened, the DMs and everything, and all the lies that they've been doing, that it would basically ruin the reputation of this game, right? Which it has done. So I reached out to the mod. I was like, hey, listen, I just want to sit down. We can have a talk. Clean slate. I just want an apology from them about this. And I'm an adult. I'm a grown up.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I will obviously for me. My whole purpose with this game is to have fun. I made a guild. I made a community. Everybody's been excited for this game, and I didn't want to start this. And then you probably read the message and they were like, no, we're not interested.
Right.
You talked bad about the thing where they say you talked ill about the game. The ill about the game that I talked is the pay to win video. That's the reason. And then this gets
so that
even
was
better.
the problem.
Yes, and this gets better because I got sponsored by them after the video. For they had a Chinese. Yeah. Okay, listen, this gets good.
Okay.
So they got a Chinese beta, right? And they wanted suddenly to sponsor me, but it wasn't Lorne or Jaya that reached out to me. It was basically like a marketing agency, but they got contacted to reach out to me to make this video and then talk about all the new pay-to-win changes they have made. And they obviously did this because they want to me, because everybody watched my video and they were like, okay, this is his perspective on the pay-to-win. But we got to make sure that everybody that watches him gets to see the new changes that we have made, right? So to do that, they want to do a paid partnership. And then I can show you the DMs too on this. And then they told me, or it's not the person's fault. That's obviously the market agency. But she said, can you remove the hashtag sponsor from this video before you post it?
No way.
She said that to me.
No way.
Yes.
Let me see it.
Yes.
By the way, the guy that you said to report you wants to come on stream right now and talk about it.
I would love to. I would love to. Come on ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of minutes.
But tell him to bring the receipts, though. The receipts.
Well, he's gonna have them.
If he's coming, better bring the receipts.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I've got to sort all this out.
Let me find this screenshot real quick.
Yeah.
But probably don't show this. This is just for you, because I don't want to get in more trouble.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll show you this.
All right. Let me see it.
Here you go. So
Can I say what the words are?
Yeah, you can say what the words are.
Hi, Jawad. Hope you enjoy the game these days. By the way, is it possible for you to post this review without the sponsor tag? If not, I totally understand.
Yep.
Wow.
So they
That's
basically
crazy.
wanted me. The only reason they sponsored me, right? Because I thought okay, maybe they're trying to build a relationship again. But now I understand the only reason they wanted to sponsor me was to remove the negative feedback they've gotten from my video, right? And to do it in a good way. I know there's other streamers that talk bad about Tarisland that also they tried to sponsor, but they didn't accept the sponsor. I was like, I was gonna make a video on this game anyways, so I might have just take some money for it. Why not, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is you're starting to see this is super weird, right?
And I'm assuming that these people are from China, so this could be it doesn't justify it, right? But it makes it understandable. They might not have the same laws over there, and so from their perspective, they're not seeing it the same way that you are, and so you're not sure that they were actually asking you to knowingly commit an illegal act. They just did so without the awareness of it. Is that correct?
Honestly, I mean, it's a marketing agency, so they know what they're doing, right? They know.
That's a great point. And
so
also, even if that is the case, telling people that it's not sponsored is misleading. So you're making a great point there.
Yeah, and I would never do that. So, I always mark my sponsors. The main issue that I have with Lorne, for example, right, is that her English, written English, is pretty bad. I've talked to her because later in the video, you come to that we had a 40-minute talk, okay, in the video. So in the 40, because Lauren was like, okay, this doesn't work over text. Let's just talk about it. In the 40 minutes call that I had with her, and she knows how to speak English. She can communicate fairly well. She's just really broken with like certain things.
Yeah.
But she can communicate English. And throughout those 40 minutes, she was just completely defensive. I didn't get a single apology in the 40 minutes. And what I did is I asked her, I was like, hey, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to like a supervisor or somebody else.
Right.
Because this is, I can't like deal with you. And then she ghosted me. And then I sent the same message to Jaya that you will also see in the video, which is the other staff member.
Yeah.
And she was like, we will take a look at it.
And that's
then
the one that
got...
said for better cooperation in the future with like the anime elf girl profile. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then she basically, I also like messaged her. I was like, yo, this has happened. I need like a response on it. And she was like, we'll look into it. And I got no response. So just ghosted me. And I tried to reach out to other employees. And then nobody answered me. So I just gave up basically, right?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? There's nothing I can do about this. So there's no need to go like back and forth.
Seems like a real clown show.
Yeah, I mean, it's just extremely unprofessional, right? And it's a really scummy way to deal with this and act this way. Like, and worst part of it, like I couldn't show like all my DMs with all these people. Like I have like nothing to hide. Like I've gone to win this with like good faith. My whole point with this game was to actually have fun with it, right?
Imagine that.
Make it cool. Yeah, and unfortunately, I know with this game, I'm gonna be honest, the game is not that good, but it has some good features, right?
Sure.
I'm looking for like, you know, the raid, like the having the challenge raids, which is like mythic raids with like first kills, speedrun titles, all the stuff. It's stuff I enjoy, right? And the promise, I mean, the fake promise, of course, non-pay to win, was also very attractive to me and my community. Because most of the games that I've been playing, or MMOs that I'm playing, people quit because of the pay to win threshold, right? So we can't like really get through. I mean, MMOs these days. I mean, you know,
it's bad, man. It's either the game is garbage or pay to win, right? It's like it's like you have 3 bad things and you have to pick one of them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go ahead real quick. Let me go ahead before we get away from it, because like this dude wanted to come in. Let me make a group call real quick, and I'm gonna get him in.
Do that.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll make sure I do this. Okay, yeah, that's him. Alrighty. Hey. Yo, what up?
Hello?
Y'all hear me?
I mean,
hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Let me mute this one.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
That's
you're good.
weird. Okay.
Well, so yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, like I'll let you right now, obviously, because you know there's been an accusation against you.
Yes.
Go ahead. You've got the floor.
So I think that you all are expecting me to like clarify the whole thing and like, you know, talk about all the drama. I'm here. I've wanted to, and I've contacted one of your mods to do it earlier today.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
Yeah, I didn't get any clearance for doing it, so I'm just here to explaining the thing you were showing on this.
Do you work
right
for the
now,
company?
I don't work for them. I volunteered as a mod for handling the
Okay, so you're
Portuguese
asking for
channel.
clearance as a formality and not as a requirement to employment?
Yes.
Okay,
because
sure.
just because you mentioned me. So this screenshot, it says what it says. So what I'm saying on the first message is report them again if you want, whoever wants. But it's actually a response to someone that was actually, if I don't know if I can show you. I can send you a screenshot, but it will be in Portuguese. So people were discussing the video because it's viral right now. You know, everyone is talking about the drama. And
so this is something that you said in the last 24 hours in that circumstance. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was the last 24 hours, but
maybe
yes,
36, but sure. Yeah, very recent.
It's recent. So people were discussing it, the last video, and there was even this guy that was like saying, "Fuck you, Speed. I'm their dollar club and stuff like that. And I mentioned it him and said, hey, don't do it. It's still against the rules. So I'm asking for him to respect. And then I said, but if you want it, whoever wants, you can report the video. And I'm gonna be total honest here as a volunteer mode. I wanted to show you the things and why the mutes and the bans happened, but I didn't get clearance. Like Lauren is not working right now, so I'm waiting for them to allow me or not to do it. But
I understand. So let's go back to what you said. So you basically are saying that you said this in Discord as a way to diffuse people who were angry at SPID. Is that correct?
At first, I warned the guy that was like insulting him to stop it, and then I said, if you are angry, if you don't agree, you can report the video again, because as far as I know, the video was taken down because the community. So the community reported the video. I got some screenshots of people that had reported, even if I didn't ask. And actually, it was some from English people, not Portuguese. And the video was taken down. So what I tried to say here is, like, if you are angry, if you don't agree, you can report. Like, it works, you know. So what I said is basically this: report it again if you want, whoever wants. It's what is on the message. And then I say yes, three strikes, the channel will go down. And the reason I say that is because I'm already, like, I think it's over. It's already over what I expected from all the drama, and that's the only way it will stop. So if he keeps lying about some parts.
Oh, thank God. Okay, finally, we have something. Yeah. Okay, he's lying. What is he lying about?
Yeah, that's the part I wanted to show you, but I didn't get clear.
Okay, so he's not lying.
About yeah.
You don't expect me to write a blank check. You want to show me the proof? Yes. I'll take the proof, but I'm not going to write a blank check.
Yes, I cannot do it right now. I mean,
so just to be fair, you justifying saying, if you don't like this, just report it in order to diffuse the situation, is not entirely the full story, because you also. Do you think that it would be justifiable to report that video?
I think yes. Because
it's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Yes, it would be. Okay, so not only are you telling other people to report the video, but you believe that the video is reportable. Did you report the video yourself?
This one? No. The previous one that had my image, yes.
So why did you report the last video?
Because on the last video he was saying, like, okay, then I'm already entering the part that I'm not sure if I should, but once it's about me, I'm gonna say it. So
this part's about you, yeah.
Yeah. So on the last video, he had like 30 seconds of me. It wasn't much, but he was like telling people, "Oh, this mod, he is obsessed with me. He's telling bad stuff about me," and he showed some messages from me. That were actually complimenting him, saying that I did not agree 100% with this video, but this one is pretty good. So
you had the video taken down because you thought it would compromise your position with the people that run the game?
But it wasn't me. Like, I did report, but then YouTube answered saying that they didn't find anything that was like compromising. So they just said, if you want to, like, go ahead with this injustice, you can use this, and that's it. I didn't get the video.
I apologize. Down. Obviously, like, you're bilingual very clearly, and so just because I think a lot of people, including myself, are confused, because in English, right, you said that you reported it, and then YouTube told you that it wasn't you. Can you explain that, just so we're all on the same page?
No, YouTube didn't say it wasn't me. YouTube said that they didn't find anything compromising.
But you did indeed file a report.
Yes, of course.
So you filed a report, but then YouTube said the report was invalid.
Yes.
And then why did you file the report?
because he was like defaming me, saying that I was saying bad stuff about him. But on the message he was showing, I was actually complimenting him on almost all of the messages. I was explaining that he got realm first on the first beta and on the second beta too. So
How could he be defaming you if he's showing your messages?
because the messages were in Portuguese and people were but the messages were in Portuguese and people don't speak Portuguese, but he was saying that I was talking bad stuff about him and that I was obsessed with him.
So what you're saying is that Spid posted a video where he posted screenshots of messages that you sent him in Portuguese, and he lied about the translation. Is that correct?
The messages were not meant to him. He sent screenshots of messages I had on the Portuguese chat. And he kind of lied. He said I was obsessed with him and talking bad stuff, but I wasn't.
So, okay. So just so I fully understand, you made posts about him in a public channel, right?
Yeah, not posts. Like I sent his video.
You talked about him in a public channel. And then you submitted a privacy complaint to YouTube.
I think I submitted defaming, something like that.
There's no defaming.
I'm kind of sure there is, but yes.
It could be like harassment or bullying or something like that. But
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to wait and see it for myself. Okay, so and basically, so like you said that he mistranslated those things that you said. Is that correct? And that so if somebody who is a native Portuguese speaker was able to read these messages, they would come to the same conclusion that you did, that Spid did in fact lie. Is that correct?
Yes, in fact, it happened. Some people
you want to look at
like,
the messages?
Yes, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, do you have a picture?
Then he removed those messages on the second video.
Asmon, check your DM.
Yeah, I have the messages. We can look at them together if you want. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, they're also translated. There's a guy that actually sent me in Portuguese.
But you sent them all, the same ones you.
So let me give you some context to the viewers that didn't watch the previous one, and before we go further with
this.
Sure. So I had a section at the end of the video that was talking about the Discord mods, where I was talking about like how they're censoring everybody, the guild, all that stuff, right? And then I made an example of this one guy, the Spanish mod, that is, because I contacted the Spanish mod, because I got contacted by a Spanish speaker that was a fan of me, saying that in the Spanish chat, they're saying some really wild stuff about you and your family, like really like bad, dark stuff, right? And so I contacted the Spanish mod, and I said to him, hey, can you like actually moderate this? And he said to me, no, this isn't in a language you don't speak, so I don't have to moderate or justify this to you. And it's in the screenshot. So this is what he said. As a Spanish mod, this is what he said. So I gave an example of him. And then there was a second mod that I gave an example on that also reported me. And he said, basically what he's saying is he calling people crybabies, all the stuff like harassing them just so they answer him back. So he can ban them, right? Just so he basically needs a reason to ban them. So I give an example of him, and then I give example of this guy who, yes, he has referred to my video sometimes to guide people. But he has also talked negative stuff about me. And my part about him was he's very obsessive with me because he has over 100 messages. If you just look up Spid on his name, and that was my example. I never said what the translations were about. I just gave like more of a like this guy is writing a lot of stuff about me and most of it negative. And I shared some of the DMs with you. And these are the ones that I had to take down because these are the ones that they reported for me using their name or picture inside the video.
Do you think that that's justifiable for you to report somebody for using a message that you posted in a public channel?
I don't know, like, I thought so. Like, it's using my image, and I thought so, like...
So do you think that he should be able to report you for talking about him in Discord and get you banned on Discord?
I didn't post anything about him, but
well, you did. I can show you a picture of it if you want. So, like, I have, like, two different...
I didn't make a video and stuff like that.
So you think that the way that people... You think people are allowed to be harassed on Discord but not on YouTube?
I don't think they should be harassed
So then you would
anywhere.
assume that the rules should be the same on YouTube and on Discord.
Yes.
So then you think
Yes,
that
I
you
think
should get
so.
banned for talking about him on Discord?
If I did like insult him or something like that.
Which you did,
Yes,
and we can
maybe.
pull up the logs.
Yeah,
So this
maybe.
is a standard that you're
I don't
holding
know,
for
like,
some. Like, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just stop it. Fucking stop it. Reporting videos because he's putting something out about you. It makes you look bad. What are you doing, man?
I don't know, like, I was mad that he
That's
posted
fine.
something and said, and no, let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he showed some message saying that I'm like obsessed with him. And if I remember correctly, he said that I was talking bad stuff about him, and I wasn't on those messages. So, like, of course, I maybe criticize him sometimes, but most of my messages were positive about him, and I think he knows that. Uh, so I just wanted like, okay, let's remove this part because I don't have anything to do with all this stuff, and I'm not talking
So
bad
you think
about
that you
you, and
have the
I'm not.
right to remove the content of a message that you posted in a public channel in his video?
You saying like that looks like I don't, but yes, I thought
Well,
so.
YouTube agrees with me too, by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
YouTube agrees with you.
Right.
I have a question since we have you here, right? So you
Yes,
muted me in the Discord for talking about macros, right? Correct?
yes,
Now, this macro function, can you tell me why you muted me for that? For talking about it?
because you said it was autoplay.
Okay, so because I said macro was autoplay, you decided to mute me. But after you said that I got muted for leaks. And then the macro thing was
No, I
something that
didn't say you
released in.
got muted for leaks. I said you got muted for misinformation.
Okay, for misinformation, right? So me
Yes.
talking
What
about
was the
macros.
misinformation that he got banned for? That he got muted for?
The part where he said it was autoplay, it was not autoplay.
How
It's
is it?
like
So how do you define a macro?
so the macro on Terry's looks like the if you remember the one button macro for DKs on what or Wrath of the
Sure.
Lich
Yeah, I remember
King.
that.
So the cast sequence that actually on DKs it's even simpler. It's just a sequence and it follows it. On the game, it's like a cast sequence macro that also has some conditional. So like if your rage is above 10, cast this skill, and it works for 3 skills only. So it's like half of your rotation.
So okay.
But you still gotta press it every time, and you
So
need to
for
dodge
every
stuff.
action that your character takes, you need to press the button
Yes,
in
correct.
Tarisland. Is that correct?
Yeah, you
Yes.
hit one button and it will do the rotation you have put for it. We have to keep clicking it.
Then it's not autoplay.
Yeah, it's not autoplay.
Right. Okay. So then
So
he
that,
was right for muting you.
Yes.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to be
So
fair.
yeah. So my issue with this is right because we were
Mm-hmm.
talking about the macros and we were having a discussion. So what you would do in a discussion when you're having a discussion in Discord is like, hey, Spit, please don't call it autoplay. That might be misinformation. This is a warning, right? That's what
Yeah.
you should do because we were having a healthy discussion.
Well,
Everybody's talking about macros.
this is about Discord moderation. Y'all can figure this shit out. Like, who could really give a
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
but it's more about like the principle of it, right? If he's saying that I have nothing to do with any of the spit stuff, but you were included in most of it, you can't just claim that this has nothing to do with you.
yes, like, but I mean, you showed a lot of things on the video, like some personal messages and stuff like that. I was not uh,
Well,
participating
it
on
wasn't
any of that.
personal. You talking about personal messages like DMs, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, because I say I had no part in this, especially because back then when those things happened, I was not a mod. I've been a mod for like 2 months now, I
Mm-hmm.
think, something like that. So, like, the only thing I did participate was on the last wave of mutes and bans.
Mm-hmm.
I could talk about it, but I don't have like clearance for doing it. But
I mean, I'm
that's
gonna be
what.
honest. listen, just
Yeah.
a second. I really don't care about the Discord moderator stuff. Like, I mean, you guys are not employees or anything. Like, if you guys want to ban
Yes.
me or mute me, I don't care. If you want to mute or ban my community, I don't really care. The whole purpose of the video, and that's why I put you guys in the last of the video, was to talk about the staff, right? Because they are the ones that are the professionals. They are the ones that are the employees. They are the ones that work for them, right? So they are the focus of this whole thing. Now, you guys
Yes.
going in to try to take down my channel is what's messed up. Do you understand
Okay,
that?
so yeah, so let me just clarify the what I came into here to do. Like, uh, I didn't know about those messages and all of this stuff, so I got to know them. Got to
Which
know it
messages
from
did
your
you not
video.
know about?
All of them, like the moderations one, the Lauren ones, the Jaya ones, and all this stuff. I didn't know it because, as I
Right.
said, I was not a mode back then. Uh, and I just came in to clarify that, okay, yes, I did tell them people to report, but it was like a response to someone that was angry, and I asked respect for his bid, and I said, if you want it, you can report, like remembering that they can do it. And in my opinion, not as a mod, not as an employee, because I'm not an employee. I'm actually just a volunteer. I don't get anything from being the mod on Discord. As a player and as like a member, that we should, yes, report the video, because in my opinion it was like misleading. So I just
So you
remember
think you
it.
should be able to report a video for being misleading?
I think that yes.
So should you be able to report like a CNN video or a Fox News video for being misleading too? Like, to what degree do you believe this? And like, how do you define misleading? Like, what gives you the, like basically the original text of the reality? How do you define what's
So
misleading? Who should define that? Should
you
you
know,
define that or should
uh,
YouTube define that?
I think YouTube should define that, because that he's the one like taking down the videos.
Well, they
Uh,
didn't.
but yeah, they didn't. That's what's also what I'm saying. I didn't take down his video. I filed a complaint about this part specifically. So
Well, like here, let
I
me ask you a question. This is an interesting question because you said that the reason why you were doing it is only as a response to the other people. But then whenever I
yeah,
pushed you on it, you said that you actually believed it as well. Now, personally, I would believe that to be misleading. Would you think that
believe
was misleading if I was saying that to you?
what I'm saying is misleading.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think
yeah.
I think in your position, I didn't show anything, any proofs. I'm just
Right.
like explaining the conversation. So yes, I think in your position, I would not believe me, and that's okay. I just wanted to come in and talk about the part that I'm allowed to
So,
do.
so,
That
so
is the one I'm,
Discord
you
shouldn't
know.
ban you, right? Discord should not ban you for being misleading.
Um,
No, of
I
course
mean,
not, right?
according to the rules, not ban me, but if I was telling like any misinformation and stuff like on Discord, I should be muted. Yes.
Okay.
Let me just I forgot what I was going to about to say. Oh, so I had to like specify the parts that I thought that were like misinformation, like actually defaming, and then I reported him. And I mean that's it. Like I only muted him for one day as a warning, because the macro stuff, and he even contacted a friend of mine complaining about it, and the friend of mine said that I muted my friend for the same reason, because my friend is a great player, active member, but
Hmm.
sometimes he gets too excited and starts sharing stuff that he saw on Chinese forums, thinking that they are true and stuff like that. So I've done the same. The politics of the Tarisland Discord is that the mute is not a ban. It's not anything.
I'm
It's
not. I
just a
don't
warning.
like. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking Discord, right? It doesn't really matter. But like, the way that I see it is that if you're trying to get his YouTube videos shut down and censored because he's posting messages about you, and he's talking about you,
Yes,
and
I did
he's
report
posting
it.
your
Yes.
messages that you made, that's
Yes.
completely indefensible. There's no justification for that at all. And as a moderator for a Discord, that's crazy that they're okay with that. That's nuts, especially whenever you're telling other people to do it too. And again, you're not just simply explaining it, you're promoting it because you agree with it. It's something that you also believe. So you're using your position as a moderator in the official Discord to have somebody's content shut down. Does that sound at all to you like an abuse of power in any capacity?
I do agree with 90% of what you said.
Where's the 10%?
The last part, the last part, like I'm using my my position as a moderator. I've been active as a player and a member since like last year, so people kind of listen to me anyway.
Well, but now they have to because you're a mod, or you can mute them.
Yeah, but I was not like telling people do it or you're getting banned or anything like that, and I don't get like any. I mean, you could advocate so, but I don't think that people would listen to me because I'm a mod, and I did not spam it. I did not send his video and say, "Go, people, report it. Let's mass report him." And that's what I wanted to explain. People were discussing it, and I said, if you want it, you can report it. And yes, as a person, I thought that was the best idea. Not as a mod. I didn't send it again. I didn't spam it. I didn't send his video. I didn't mention him. I just said if you want it, you can report it.
You didn't mention him, but you said to report his video?
Yeah, like as a
bro, are we really fucking around here? Are we really fucking around? Like, are you really gonna say that to me? Like, come on, man. Come on, let's take a step back. Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, but yes,
what are we doing?
I've said everything. Like, I did say it. I did say it. If it's a bad thing, maybe that's something I need to think about it. But I didn't do anything as a mod. So
your messages as a mod is not as a mod. Of course, you're as a mod. You're the moderator in there. You have a different name. You have a different position in chat. It's totally different. You have totally different privileges, etc. People are going to be less likely to disagree with you because you have power over them. There's a power dynamic. Absolutely. That's why people are Discord moderators. It's so they can have that power dynamic. It's obvious. Do you really? Do you think that people try to become Discord moderators because of the power dynamic?
Do I think what?
Do you think that people try to become Discord moderators because of the power dynamic?
I don't know. Honestly, I only volunteered because we had none for Portuguese.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Honestly, I don't really even like it. It's like time consuming, and I did think about quitting it, but
sure.
I don't know. I think people would like the power maybe.
Okay, yeah, of course, right? And so obviously, like as a mod, you're going to have a certain degree of people are going to take you seriously, right? Like if somebody reads a message from a random person and then they read a message from a mod, they're going to be more likely to take the message from a moderator more seriously. Is that an assumption that you would make?
Yeah, more like yes. That's not what.
So whenever you make a post,
because I've been there,
right? But it's okay. So it's not in practice, but it's something that you would do, and it's also something that other people would do, but. You think that in this... Okay, right. So basically, you made a post as a moderator, and you just acknowledged that people would be more likely to take something that a moderator says seriously. So aren't you just admitting the fact that being a moderator in the Discord gave you elevation to your message to ban this person's account?
You asking me if I think that the moderation elevated like my message and... I don't think, but I think you have a point. Like, I don't believe it because, as I said, once I've been there and people have known me for like a year and a half now, people don't really, honestly, people don't really treat me as a mod much more. Like, but if I'm not considering this, like my experience, but if I was just thinking that Ahmad said something, yes, you are correct, and I'm wrong, yeah.
All right, well, okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's important to make sure that, like, a game like Tarisland, it's better for everybody if the game is good, right? It's better for you, it's better for me, it's better for Spid, it's better for the community, it's better for the company. So I think that it's a really, really bad precedent to set to try to shut down what a person's saying on a video, especially whenever they're trying. Do you think that Spid wants to make Tarisland a good game? Authentically, do you think that he wants Tarisland to be a good game?
So, two parts of my answer. Yes, I do think he tried making Tarisland a better game. I, as I said, I've agreed with him several times. I've sent his video several times, and I'm with him. I did hate the macros. I did hate the raid nerfs.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, he was trying to make the game better, but maybe not in the best way. And that's the part where the mutes and the bans happened. But yes, I think he started by trying to make the game a better place. I'm not sure if he's trying to make the game better now because, I mean, looks to me that he's trying to harm the game. But
so
in
you
which
think?
way? I would love to know.
How is he trying to
What?
harm the game?
Okay, so, okay, now I cannot. I would need to show some stuff, but I cannot. I cannot. But yes, let's just say I think he's trying. I think he's trying to harm the game by like killing the reputation.
So you think that because he's contesting being mistreated, do you think that he was mistreated by Lauren and by Jaya?
I will not answer that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I
understand. You gotta.
I understand. I get it. I get it. That's fine. Well, can I ask you a slightly different question, but also the same? If you were treated the same way that he was treated, how would you feel?
Yes, I would not like it. Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
But then you're asking me questions about people that it was not me.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I was not a mod back then, and also if I can give my opinion, I would not say anything because it's not about me, so it's not up to me to clarify anything at this point. I just wanted to explain the message about like reporting, but
when did you become a mod?
Clear, like 2 months ago, I guess.
Okay.
And those things I think happened on November, something like that, on CBG2. So I just wanted to clarify those messages because I get it. I mean, now that you said, yes, I should not report because it was a public channel.
Yeah.
So I understand this now, but I did report. So I just wanted to explain this. I was not like spamming and telling people to report him. I answered one hate message. I asked for respect for him. And then I said, but if you want, whoever wants, you can report it.
But you do acknowledge that now that was a bad decision to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I mean, there it is, right? I mean,
two things. Yeah. I do understand that even if people like usually don't take me seriously because I'm a mod, maybe new people will, and that's one point. Yes.
Sure.
And the second one is I think the most important one that you just said, like it was a public channel, so I cannot report for using my image there.
Well, I want to say this, man. I really appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate the honesty and the transparency. There's a lot of people that could fuck around a lot more, play more bullshit, etc. And I really appreciate you just being honest.
Let me just say something.
Yeah,
let me just say something. I'm seeing your chat saying no apologies, so I'm gonna apologize for this thing, for reporting. So I apologize for this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I appreciate you coming here, taking accountability, even though you're not the one that's supposed to be here. At least you came here, right? The other people that are actually accountable for this, that did this stuff, have just been quiet and hasn't been saying anything. So I do appreciate you coming here. And I hope, like, guys don't continue with this, on a crusade, trying to take down my channel, because that's not okay. But thank you, man.
Spid's one of the only people that's really been advocating and pushing for this game, man. I think he wants the game to be better. You guys can disagree about outlooks, approaches, perspectives, but at the end of the day, I think he's a good actor, and I think he's trying to. He wants the game to be in a better spot for the most people. It does really seem that way after I've been following it for the better part of a year. You guys are on the same side.
Yeah, the worst part is that, as I said, I have seen his videos, and I do agree with a lot of things he say, and I do think that he tried to make the game better at the first time, but the problem was like the way he did it. Usually, I think I can say this, but the way he tried to get attention to it was kind of. Let's talk about this macro thing. Now I can ask him, like, did you know that the macro was not autoplay when you said it was autoplay?
I saw a video of the macro, but I didn't know enough about it. But usually, like, a macro tries to make the game easier for you, right? That was my whole point of it. But like, again, this is like Discord discussion. In my opinion, I don't like care about it. I don't report on news. This is why I haven't made a video on the macro thing, because I didn't have enough information. But the whole point was it was a discussion, right? And if you want to ban me for it, like, that was just like
the reason I asked this.
But yeah, go ahead.
The reason I asked this is because, like, for me, it looked like, and it still looks like until I explain, but looks like you knew that it was not autoplay, but you wanted to word it in that way so you call attention, and that's harmful for the game because the game advertises with being no autoplay, so it's not only misleading but it's harmful. So once the Discord policy is to the first one is 1 day mute, you only got 1 day mute. But yes, going back, I think that he was trying to do the best. Like, let's talk about macros. Macros are bad, and then he just did it the wrong way.
Well, there's always going to be disagreements, right? And I think that's fine. It's always okay to have disagreements. You're going to look at it one way, you're going to see it another way. That's what conversations are for, right? Yeah. And so I get it. I mean, obviously, there's like, dude, there's been so much stuff I've been having to deal with. So I have like a quota for things I need to do today, and I really
gotta show you one thing before you go.
Okay, go ahead.
I think you'll find it funny.
All right, go ahead.
Funny. All right. Okay. So in Tarisland, there's this quest. I sent you a DM, and you have to go destroy that axe. So if you want to show the stream, it's pretty funny.
Oh, that is funny. Oh my god. Okay,
should I drop now?
Well, I mean, for just a second, like, let me just wrap this up. Give me 1 second. Do you recognize this? I'm not sure if you recognize this, the thing that he's talking about.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. So this goes back to whenever there was like a breakdown with, I think, Tencent or NetEase and WoW.
Yes.
They destroyed the Garrosh statue or Gramosh statue of his axe. And you literally have to do that and destroy the statue inside of Tarisland. They broke the statue. Yeah. That's pretty fucking funny.
I recognize this, yes.
It's obviously Gorehowl. It's so obviously Gorehowl. All right, guys. Well, look, I appreciate. I appreciate both of you guys coming on, and whenever the game finally comes out, I'll probably give it a try.
All right, just let me know, man, if you need anything. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.
See you around.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Oh, all's well that ends well. I think that went pretty well. Yeah, overall, I think that went pretty well. What do you guys think? Yeah, it was good enough blood. No, I mean, I usually I try not to be. I try not to be like hostile or aggressive to people if people are not doing that back to me. So yeah, that's really about it. Like, and I try to be very direct and fair and honest and also in some cases harsh, but more importantly fair.